up? Let y'all get in here. What's up? What's up? Hopefully y'all having a good Saturday. What up? What up? Damn, it don't feel like 6 o'clock. Yeah, 5:45. Man, it look like it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in this motherfucker. Anyway, let's kick this in. What's up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, another episode. Everybody Hates Black Men. I'm your host, Edward Anderson. It's been a minute since I did a live. It's been a couple of days. You know, trying to, wean myself more into doing these video uploads. A little bit different than just firing this shit off, But I'll get the balance right, and when the balance is right, oh, God help you. Also, shout out to all the new subscribers. These lives are a lot more raw than my uploads, so y'all need to be prepared. I always notice they always get a lot of unsubs. I gain subs, but I also lose subs. So like my net plus account, my net plus of subs are always relatively low. And that's because people will be getting triggered. I don't give a fuck. So I'm letting you know now. That's the good thing about the uploads. The uploads, I'm a little bit more muted. A little bit. I still get the stuff in there, but I'm a little bit more muted because of the nature of the format. It's also what Patreon's going to be for. I actually got a Patreon coming that I'm going to put a pay gate behind. It's going to be at least $1, maybe even more. Maybe like a $3 tier. I don't know. We'll see. But it's a Patreon of C Boogie. And something he said that I wanted to respond to as far as admitting to something. But I don't really want to put it on YouTube. So for those of y'all that want to kind of get that, I either may make that members only, or I'll probably just... I don't really do members here because I don't want to split, how y'all support. So that'll be coming. I'll let y'all know when that's coming. Also, shout out to Marty. I have started to watch Marty's, video. Marty's kind of 2-hour video, and it is really, really good. So he's got a discount for like the next 30 days of you all getting like 20% off. So rather than be $25 for his highest tier, it's just $20. I highly suggest if y'all want to get some real deal Holyfield stuff, y'all check it out. You'd be surprised at some of the people he's rubbing arms with. I'll let that be a surprise rather than telling y'all. It is some folks y'all know. Not necessarily people that's already down there either. So check that out. What do you mean, Michael? What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know if you talk about me as far as the title with Grinch, which I'm not triggered. This is more of an add-on. I don't know what you're talking about. Y'all gotta stop speaking in ambiguous language. Y'all speak like I create squeeze pages. Like the goal is, you want to know? Put this email in and you can see what's on the other side. Y'all would be great at putting squeeze pages together. Damn. But I'm gonna give you a second to let me know specifically what you're talking about. But I did want to I want to respond to some of the stuff Grynches said. He did like a 2-hour stream. Like, check that out. Really, really, really long stream. He don't usually do streams that long. I listened to about 40 minutes of it so far. And I don't disagree with anything. These are more explainers to things he's put out there, and these are not explainers to discount anything he said, because I understand who he's talking about But I want to oh, that's true. My bad. Yeah, well, I wanted to know. Like, I didn't know, so I asked the question. If I got an idea what's being said, I don't like it, I'll move. But as far, that's why I asked the question, because I actually didn't know. So but that actually makes sense what you said. Now, as far as that part, I mean, I'm just letting people know, because it's not really so much getting triggered. I mean, they're doing what I say to do, because I'd rather. Here's the thing, if you disagree with what I'm saying, you all know, even to your annoyance, that I have no problem like engaging with somebody and explaining it. That's actually what creates the content. I do that for a reason, and that's fine. But when people start trolling and talking stupid to communicate emotionally, they don't like, what's being said, I'd much rather you unsub. So I don't have any hard feelings. Some people unsub for me, they come back. I've done it with certain people. Like Obsidian, for example, I remember when he said something about, he indicated Tamir Rice deserved to get shot at 12 years old. And I was like, nope, unsub. That was the first time I unsubbed for him, because he was going through a list of black men that have been shot, and then he got to Tamir Rice, and he acted like, he just threw that now. Nope, can't support this no more. And I kind of got over it, and he never really apologized for that, because the truth is, I don't care what a white person is doing. A white person would never justify that in reverse. I don't care if that white boy did have a gun. If he did have a gun, if he was actively shooting that gun, they would never justify that. Not a black man doing it, they just wouldn't. You see, like, that just is what it is. And stuff like that, it's like, look, I get it, folks are conservative, but I can support that. So we all have it. Or, somebody said something about reparations, so we all have it. So unsubbing, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not mad at that, because that's what the platform is. What I get mad at is when people start having a villain origin story, and they start trying to act like, oh, I'm going to expose you, because thinking exposing me means all of a sudden 1 + 1 ain't 2. Like, you're changing reality because you think you're going to affect me. And that's what, and that same energy is what happened with that chick. Now, here's the thing. I asked that question because I'm going to get into all of this, because they talked about, Grinch talked about it. Here's the thing. That chick's channel is not, I don't know okay, let me say this to be fair. Maybe her channel was banned for a while, a little bit, a day or two. I'm willing to say that. But I looked at this up a few days ago in order to make my video. Her channel wasn't banned. Somebody told me on my Facebook that the channel got banned. Somebody I trust. And they heard it, they don't have TikTok. So they don't have TikTok. And so I checked, and it wasn't. And it wasn't that they were wrong. I know they got it from somebody. And that stuff happens. That's why a lot of y'all, look, and I'm willing to give them grace, and Grinch, because here's the thing. Grinch ain't on this app all the time. The dude I was talking to ain't on this app all the time. And they get information from people that they trust. And so for people that are on this app a lot, like me, and y'all know you are, y'all gotta be accurate and up to date. And stop spreading. So I put that in the channel, in the title, because that's what everybody be saying, but her channel. So as of what I did, because I was about to do a whole video, because that was going to be a video. I was like, look, I already got an update. I know y'all going to want to know this. I know that's going to be hot on the wire. I was about to cook. I was about to get the seasoning, all that. I was about to cook on that video. That video was going to be I was going to be like a 12-minute, every second count video. I was about to have multiple articles, because the dude that sent me an article, like from Yahoo Life, which is a good article, but it didn't say they got banned. The other one is more of an obscure, Yahoo.com. The other one is more obscure, but it was commenting on kind of the controversy. But when I went to her channel is still there. So as of right now, as of this moment, she has 1.3 million subscribers, follows on TikTok, which is where I think people said she was banned. So apparently either somebody created a fake account that's got like 952. So somebody's eating just off of her name, which is crazy. There's a couple of people, it's like maybe like 6 or 7 channels, it's like north of 50K. And if you're there, you're eating. They're eating just off of reposting her videos. Maybe they're not monetized, I don't know. But it's a lot of track. Then on Instagram, she's got 1.4 million. And people are like, why you care? I'm a marketer, so I always like seeing stuff. That's when people blow up fast. So that's that part of you that I like seeing. So it's she's at 1.4 million. On YouTube, she's like at 25,000. And I think she got a Twitter account, but it ain't that big. It ain't that big. And she's also got a Snap. And you already know, we've talked about what the deal is with these kids and Snap. So you already know what's going on with Snap. But Snap don't really matter, except for if she want, she's probably thotting it up on Snap. On the low. But if that was true, I'm sure they would have screenshotted that and put that out there, because it's too much activity around her to not do that. So she probably not. I don't know. Okay, because I thought I had my stuff muted. So as of now, her stuff ain't blocked. Now, I will say that, do I believe that they're trying to get her blocked? Absolutely. Did I see like some weird activity around her channel? Yeah. It looked like she was like messing with her videos a little bit. And what looks like when your channel is under assault. But right now, all her stuff is back. And the thing about it is, I'm not worried about her stuff for this reason. Number one, when you get to 1 million plus, people can look at what you're doing, but now, it's not so many people at 1 million. It's still a lot. That it's just impossible for somebody to get a human looking at their stuff. Number two, TikTok is kind of in a contentious position. This is kind of why I wanted to talk about this. TikTok, January 10th, they're supposed to have an accelerated hearing. At the Supreme Court has accepted hearing their case about them getting banned if it's a breach of the First Amendment. So that's going to be like, I think, the last thing, whoever is supposed to run that case, that's going to be like the last thing the Biden administration runs. And because they're the one that signed the law. So, it ain't really got nothing to do with Trump. And so I think they kind of wanted to do that, because January 25th, when Trump gets inaugurated, that's it. So literally they had to, like, when Biden was out of office, right? And so this doesn't help TikTok, because we already know, I've spoken on this, how black women be crying about how they keep on getting persecuted on TikTok, so to speak, even though black women are the ones that got this chick, her channel's messed with. Make no mistake. And I believe, and Grinch is right, I do think it's old. She's 23. I do think it's older black women assaulting her channel. I don't believe it's like a teenagers or anybody that's kind of, well, maybe it's some people's her age. I think it's them like upper 20 chicks, like north of 25, and I think it's 30s chicks. A lot of them, they were messing with her, but I do think it's some people in her age group, but I don't think it's like the most. And this is bullying, and the excuse that can only come from TikTok. So this kind of counters what I'm saying too. But it is that they said that she was, and I may do a follow-up video on this, because people are really paying attention to this. That she was inciting violence. They apparently, and they cited some stuff about how women, like men have hit women, or women have gone off on their boyfriends, and it's gotten physical. And so let me get this straight. So women are so uncontrollably triggered that they're creating domestic violence incidents because they're upset about what their man is watching. That is not pornographic. It's not pornographic. It's not even kind of pornographic. Your boyfriend can watch a Megan Thee Stallion video or a WAP music video. What are you talking about? And I'm sorry. That is a case for, you need to restrict access to social media for some people. Straight up. Like, that's insane. That's insane. Make sure y'all support the Cash App. Y'all know what to do. That's insane. And that is how you know. And quite frankly, this is starting to, even like non-black people are starting to look at this like, huh? Because that's how crazy these women are. And that's what we be talking about. And that's beyond the pale. But this goes back to what I've always told you all. I've always told you all, black women, black men don't protect black women against other black women. And one of the things that I would, if I do another video on this, that I would say is, this is why Purple Pill is full of shit. Because ultimately these dudes try to be the avatars of righteousness, but the reality is you all will let a black woman get her ass whooped and be bullied if it's other black women doing it. Because you all really don't know what to do. Because you may know what the right thing is to do, but in your mind, a black female can never be a threat, even to another black female. So you get on this kind of standby mode, and you get into this mode where it's like, y'all got to handle that. And that's how you know you're dealing with slaves. It's like if two white men get into a fight, yeah, you may know one's your master, but if you don't know the status, if you don't know the status of that other white man, if you don't know the status of that other white man, then you just gonna be on standby mode. Because what else are you gonna do? And that's how you know how deep rooted. I love how people type stop yapping as if, I love that. That tickles me, because it's like, I love it. Stop yapping. So you literally decided to click. You wanted attention so bad that you decided to click, boop, and then just to type, stop yapping. That's so funny to me. But anyway, and seriously, I mean, that's what it is. And these people always act like, that's the thing. And Grinch was talking about why they keep on talking about Keisha. Because the problem with black people is black people like to use morality to cover up weakness. That's black people's favorite pastime. It's one of the biggest difference between black people and white people. White people use morality to basically cover up doing evil shit. Black people like using it as a way of covering up weakness and cowardice. They try to use morality to appeal to somebody's emotions or better nature. And that's some weak ass shit. This is why black men have been, made to just say shit that women want to hear. Because if you say the instant you start saying something they don't want to hear, well then all the energy is going. Economic energy is going. Their attention energy is going, which, on this app has a currency to it. 1,500 views is $10. 1,500 views times about 6 minutes is $10. Just to give you an example, there is an actual currency to attention. And so people, they mistake engagement for righteousness. So what they do is they get used to telling, they start orienting themselves to tell, women what they want to hear. Or even if they do try to critique, they critique in such a way that don't really mean shit. Which is why, and it's very obvious. And then they think, and then these dudes actually delude themselves to think that they're actually moving the needle doing that. It's literally like sweeping air. Could you imagine somebody with a broom and they're sweeping and you can't really tell what they're sweeping? They're not even sweeping to get rid of the dust. They're just sweeping. And you look at them like, hey man, what are you sweeping? You're like, I'm sweeping air. That's what you niggas, that's what you niggas do. You're air sweepers. You all are like these motherfuckers that be out here on these corners, with foot traffic, that y'all got a megaphone talking about, the Most High, Allah, or Jesus Christ, and y'all really think y'all doing something. You air sweeping mofos. And these people have, they have this absolute arrogance about it too. Like some of these dudes, they'll talk about marriage, and it's not, I'm not just talking about the marriage dudes, I'm talking about them now. They'll talk about marriage like they have really achieved something. Like they talk about marriage like somebody talked about getting a doctorate. Like they have actually achieved something that gives them that ordains them to speak to everybody else. And they say, look, and they show this wedding band. This is why I have the right to say, it don't matter if they chick looks like a fucking ogre. It don't matter. Don't let the chick be attractive. It don't matter. And they'll look at me and say, I'm married. What are you? I said, first of all, you're not married. Or I'll say this, your marriage is your current status. The reality is, your real status is not divorced yet. That's what your real status is. Talk to me when that status change. I saw that on Twitter. Shout out to the Tea and Green Grill. But yeah, it's always good to take breaks from these apps. And for real, and these people, and it's like they always got that. Notice how they always got this little arrogant morality for everybody except women, because they can't just tell the truth as the truth is and just let that leave it where it lay. They gotta mold, they gotta create. It's like giving somebody medicine. You gotta put all this sugar in it to the point where it ain't even medicine no more. It's sugar with medicine seasoning. You just gave them a spoonful of sugar with some fucking medicine syrup on it. Because you're afraid that if that chick is mad, that means what you say don't matter. And this is the type of value that these so-called married niggas or niggas that ain't married that want to do this gives it to them. I'll give you a perfect example. I'll give you a preview of the video I was going to do, because the video I'm going to do is a play-by-play. And C Boogie, I generally do not mention him because I do not want to go into a fucking back and forth with him. But I'll mention it now. C Boogie, somebody sent me a recent video, where he was talking about black women going to Africa. Now, I almost didn't see it. If it wasn't for this particular person that I won't name, but you all know, I probably wouldn't have watched it. If any of y'all would have emailed this, I wouldn't have watched it. Because it was this person, I was all right. I watched about 30 minutes of it, even though he said I only need to watch 7. So he was basically talking about black women, African-American women going to Africa to trip. Going to Kenya, basically a lot of different countries, maybe not necessarily Ghana, but Kenya, Nigeria, like basically Zanzibar, basically shit that Dynas in Search for Who have been saying. Shit that we've been saying. Like for years. Like we can go all the way back to like pre-pandemic, to be honest with you. And the thing I want to bring up here is that he was talking about, I was telling dudes, they need to cut their fingernails, go get a haircut, and they need to go work, basically little goofy ass shit. And it's like, that's the narrative you needed to believe. That it's a whole bunch of busted, because I'll make the argument that a lot of these niggas that be kissing these bitches' asses are a lot of the incel niggas. But that don't matter because they kissing their ass. And he was even saying, I thought they was going to Africa and finding themselves and getting healed and getting renewed. I said, that's because you a stupid motherfucker. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but I mean, his argument is that you touch grass more than most niggas online, yet you didn't pick up on that. Nigga, the bitches got a book called, you know, what is A Pursuit of Happiness by like Journey, which is not the man's pursuit of happiness, it's them going to Jamaica. So eventually they basically followed every place the white bitch goes to get their rocks off with slave dick. And make no mistake, y'all Africans, that's how they see y'all when they do that shit. Run y'all game, I'm not mad at you. But y'all call us cicadas, they can't just leave us be. They can leave y'all where y'all lay. So y'all doing Akata activities, aka dirty foot activities. Go ahead, run your game, but just understand, when y'all do that shit, y'all are doing that shit as a superior, inferior. We are not inferior to them when we're fucking them like that. Not like that, but whatever. That's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. But get your money. Shout out to Chloe Bailey with Burma Boy trying to resuscitate her career. Whatever. So yeah, and it's like, yo, this is not news. And I'm like, I appreciate the quote unquote admission. Videos downloaded in case he wants to remove it. I appreciate it. It's not even about wagging my finger. But this just goes to show you the truth is the truth. Even if you eventually come to it. And he was talking to some of his clients too. So he has had a very intimate, this is people he knows. This ain't just some stuff online. And he's seen this over and over and over again. And everybody sees it. I even saw a post on Twitter of like a gay black dude. This is somebody reposted, FYI. Was basically diming out women, because you know a lot of these dudes be in the salons, these chicks are their clients, and they were putting them out there. They said something. This dude was talking about how he glad he gay because these bitches, with the way y'all be acting, man, y'all be doing these, like all of them are cheating. That was basically, and it was on some, he don't give a fuck about men. Well, you know what I'm saying, hetero men, but it was kind of like, damn, like you bitches are really that blatant with it. Everybody sees it. It's just certain niggas just don't want to admit the shit. They want to believe in the bullshit. And that's fine. They want to believe in the narrative. The niggas are just on this app bitching because they can't get pussy. And the reality is, like, they bitching because they can't get pussy, and that just is what it is. And it's that kind of X talk. And it's just like as if black men's brains just freeze out if a bitch doesn't validate them. And you know, these women got a trick. They gotta pay. And that tells you who they are. But ain't no self-improvement for these hoes though. But I'm gonna do a play-by-play on that so you can hear it. I hear it, but I'm not in a rush to do that. But that will be coming maybe next week or the week after, and that is going on the Patreon. But yeah. So Grynch was basically talking about in the first like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes of the video. He was talking about like why black men keep on like really trying to appeal to Keisha's better nature. And even some of the red pill dudes, he was specifically talking about a lot of red pill dudes that do that. And they can't just accept what these chicks are. We need to talk more macro versus micro, which I understand that. I understand where he's coming from with that. And a lot of how these dudes talk shit about Keisha is problematic. Because a lot of these dudes, like my reason for me doing what I do is because a lot of you niggas and you all need to hear the same thing over and over and over again. Obviously, I have new people to come through too, and they're gonna have this emotional resistance, so to speak, this type of information, even in 2024. So we have to do the daily work of counter propaganda. Some people can choose to do it. Some people have better things to do. I understand, and do counter propaganda. And then, and a lot of these dudes, he talked to how a lot of these dudes, either they don't have the ability to go nowhere else, or they really are too cowardly to actually cut the bitches out. And I agree with that. And you have a lot of dudes that come into our conversation, and they are trying to basically get people back on, as Grinch would say, the sharecropper hustle again, because they feel good doing that, because that's what they've been socialized to do. And this is where you get dudes, when they get to a certain age, where they start lying to people. This is where the lying starts happening, where they just start lying. They don't know why, they just start lying, because the women will reinforce them lying and tolerate them in their old age. Because understand something, unless you watching kids, once your dick stop working and you get to a certain age, if you broke and your dick stop working, these bitches don't care if you dead. That's really the truth. That's really truth. This is why when these women start talking about, you know, seeing men in the old folks home, and they get a sexual thrill with them dying alone, you really got to think about, like, if somebody has my aunt in the old folks home, you got to really think about, like, the type of evil bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck if you've been assaulted. SA. Like, you got to really think the type of evil bitch that says shit like that. And it's like for real. And you see it. I mean, like, a lot of these chicks anyway. But my point is, you know, so dudes just start lying. So they don't care. If you're not, you might as well just die. And a lot of dudes can't accept that. That's how I would argue the majority of black women are. It's just and I'd say a lot of white women, it's just a matter of degrees, because they can't honestly face female nature in that raw form. One thing that Grinch kind of left out, and maybe he didn't get around to it, and I'm gonna just say it straight up, a lot of these dudes, if they, you know, this is why I always say, a lot of dudes say they black pill, you're lying. A lot of dudes are like blue pill despair, and they like to call that black pill. And a lot of dudes are, they think black pill was like super duper red pill. And the truth is, this is how I know that this is bullshit. A lot of dudes, if they really were like forced to sit there and absorb, let's say, you know, somebody put them in a room. I remember when somebody tried to make me high with secondary contact, and they started trying to act like they were going to blaze up while I was driving. And I told them, I started veering into oncoming traffic ever so slightly. And it was like, Ed, chill. And I told them very nicely, I said, if you all pull out a fucking lighter, let alone fucking try to light it up, we are going home. Some of you all are going to hell. Some of you all are going to heaven. I will go into oncoming traffic right now and kill every last one of you fuckers. And they thought I was fucking playing. And I got real close in there. I let I said, I'm not chilling. Do not fuck. You're not going to be in my car trying to get me a contact high because you think you all want to be cute. Because they thought I was fucking playing. And I was not. But anyway, my point is, imagine if you put somebody in a room and you get them a black pill contact, secondary contact, and you put them in a room with nothing but black pill smoke. A lot of these folks won't want to live. A lot of these men, if they see black women and how they really feel about black men, because black women hate their own blackness. See, once I understood that, it was never a problem anyway. But once I understood that, I was like, oh, that's what it is. That ain't got nothing to do with me. A lot of these niggas won't want to live. You know how I know this to be true? It's a lot. Most niggas, if they don't have a good relationship with their mom, a lot of these niggas are psychologically cracked. Not all of them, but a lot of them. They can obscure issues with their dad because to them, that's just male on male competition. So it's something instinctually that kind of allows them to kind of absorb that, even though they don't understand how that kind of low-key fucks them up in a lot of other ways. But a lot of these dudes can't, they won't want to live. If their mother says, I never wanted to have you, you're a mistake. Because a lot of dudes are telling me about that Travis Hunter and his mom saying that, when his mom really said that they said it was a mistake to have him. That's not the same thing. Although it is fucked up to say. And she, like, in that moment, that's not the same thing. What that really means is folks were basically telling her that you don't want to have kids with a nigga that already got like 8 or 9 fucking kids. Is that really what we want to do? Which a reasonable person would tell somebody, by the way. But that motherfucker you had is gonna be, you know, you hit the jackpot. Cause Lord knows he gonna have a whole bunch of people trying to be in his fucking pockets with all the siblings he got. And so a lot of these, that's how you know. And a lot of these dudes, the reason why black women say yo mama black is because that's what they're trying, and it works. Even in 2024. A lot of y'all see these black women as y'all fucking like y'all see y'all mama in these or her situation. I never had that problem, and I don't think my brothers ever had that problem. But a lot of you niggas, y'all really buy into that. And a lot of these niggas will get suicidal. That's why, like, you people be thinking I be fucking playing when I be saying, like, when these niggas have this kind of response that they have, nigga, you are attacked. It's like, let's say you are a Christian and you believe in Genesis. You believe in the talking snake. And then all of a sudden, aliens came down in this motherfucker. Aliens came to on some take me to your leadership. A lot of motherfuckers are going to have a crisis. They are going to have a psychological break. And I think people underestimate how easy that is. I'm going to keep it real with you. I love my mom very, very much. I'm not a mama's boy, but I did. And I'm going to be honest. I every once in a while, maybe once a year, I would have thoughts about, you know, if my mom passed away. And it would be, sometimes would say stupid shit like, I'm not going to be here forever. And just dumb shit like that. And I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't have told you how I was going to respond. And I don't think nobody ever really knows. Even if you don't like your mom. Like Eminem's mom just died. And I'm sure there's feelings there, even though he can't stand his mom. And you know how white people are with that shit. That's not the same as black people. And it's, you know, it's been like what, year and a half? We're about 5 months, year and a half. And honestly, I wouldn't have predicted that I would have handled it anywhere near as well as I've been able to handle it. Because there's always that thought of, if you don't crash out, then did you really love her? Like, it's that stuff. And so, you don't know. Certain things you don't know. You don't know. Like, I thought, you know, it was a real possibility that if that stuff happened, and now I can tell you right now, depending on how it would have happened, it might have been a lot more strain on I wouldn't have psychologically broke, but I mean like strained on my psyche, and the way it happened ended up being probably the easiest way to deal with it. Like, if it would have been she died over COVID, I would have had like hatred probably of the government. You know, if it would have been like something that was long and drawn out, because remember, you know, my mom, I told my mom had like a third of her lung taken out because of cancer, but that's not ultimately what did it. Let's just say I kind of have an idea of what it is, even though it's not official, and that's just something I'm gonna keep to. That's just something that's gonna be kept to myself. My brothers know too, so that I ain't putting everything out there. But what I will say is that if it would have been long and drawn out, like a deterioration over time, I think another thing that kind of puts it at peace is my mom went out the way she went out. She wanted to go. My mom did not want to have no deterioration kind of situation. My mom has told me that if it ever got to the point where she was inoperable, and she told me that I have not told your brothers that I am the unplugger. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna tell them. And it is on the documentation, and you were the only one that has it. And if they hate you, I'll probably write a letter or something like that eventually. You know, like as far as so they know it wasn't you. You know, she had told me that. So I kind of understand it, like the way, because I'm the one that found her. They didn't find her. My youngest brother didn't see my mom until she was in the kind of funeral home, and then my brother saw her, and my youngest brother I don't think could have took it. And honestly, my middle brother can, but my middle brother kind of respects the fact that I didn't just make it so he couldn't see her. But I think if he's gonna be honest, he probably wouldn't want to see her either. But my point is, people underestimate what can really crack somebody that's perfectly sane. And I'm telling you right now, if black men really accepted like what this black woman currently is and how this black woman currently feels, and when I say that, just to be clear, black women don't want to be black. Black women would rather kill the community than it's like Mr. Smith. Remember what Mr. Smith said, Agent Smith said in The Matrix when he was talking to Morpheus, when he told everybody to leave, he told the other agents to leave, and he took the thing off and he was talking to Morpheus, and he was like, I hate this place. That's black women. Now, it may be to varying degrees. Granted, they may not be on level 9 or level 8 with it, granted, but it's in them. Well, don't know black men coons are like maybe at a 3. Y'all are operating at least at like a 4 or 5. Coons are like at a 3. And those are the highest ones. Even coons are not on some I wish I was a white man type shit. I don't get that from Thomas Sowell, from Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't even get that from Brandon Tatum. Now, we want to stop being fucked with, but dudes aren't on here like, I wish I was white. Maybe niggas wish they were taller. Maybe some niggas wish they had more riz. But niggas are not out here wishing they would, like, that is not what it is. It's just not. Because now part of that is because, you know, men, the utility of men is evaluated differently than like women and their beauty standard. But ultimately, man, you know, bringing it back is that, again, a lot of these dudes, they can't take it. And so my job is not to get me. My job is to get the few, because the few and leverage the few. My job is not to convince the plurality of black men, because I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. They're gonna die on that Titanic. They will get in that damn captain's quarters. They will be like the architect dude that designed it, Thomas Andrews, and they are just going to go down with that ship. That is, they will be quiet when it's over. They will just walk in there quietly, lock it, and just salute all the way down. Or they'll be like them motherfuckers playing that violin, and they're playing the violin when that bitch is like flipping up. That's what they are. And so when they throw up a lot of flack, you know, when we're like a bomber coming out about to bomb this damn red pill truth, they're like, you know, the city, they're just throwing up all this flack, all this like counter fire to get as many of them bombers down. You know, at first what they were doing was they were blacking out the city, acting, that's them ignoring us, acting like they're not gonna fight. We're not gonna find these damn cities eventually. So we found them motherfuckers. Now they put up the countermeasures. It's all the internet's fault. It's the internet. And two, if we just get them off the internet, everything will be fine. That's the new one. Blame it on the internet. Blame it on the web. It's the fucking internet, goddammit! It's so in division. It's all the internet. Even though none of these niggas can produce a female that's worthy of marriage. It's not like they're producing these chicks or interviewing these chicks. They arguing with the same bitches we talking about, which is proving that's all that's out there. Blame it on the web. It's all the internet's fault. And when I hear somebody say that, it's like, okay, so what about politics though? So what, you gonna blame it on the TV? Like, what are we talking about? Trump took the web all the way to the White House. And they don't want to, so it is, it's funny. It's funny. It's like, okay. But anyway, going back to some of the stuff Grinch said. So the reason why, the reason why this stuff is talked about is because somebody got to be on this fort, and I get it. There could be a 24/7 channel about what Keisha doing. Yeah, somebody got to get contact. Now, granted, audience members, everybody ain't meant to watch everybody's channel forever. Some people do need to move on to other shit. And Grinch is right about that. But this is not for people to be listening to this shit forever. This is for new motherfuckers that hear this shit. Because as soon as we stop saying it, the lies are gonna take over again. Motherfucker, I am Colonel Jessup. We are on that wall, motherfucker. We are on that wall. And as soon as somebody gets the fuck off that wall, well, somebody just blew up their relationship because of some red pill shit they heard. Well, by Nunez, where his relationship's death, although tragic, probably saved lives. It probably saved lives. It probably, Donald Glover hooked sisters up too, by the way. A lot of black men don't get enough credit for how much they do help black women when they're in the position to do so. This idea that is like, well, if you help a black man, only white women will be, that's a lie. That's not true. Michael B. Jordan has hooked black women up. Donald Glover has hooked black women up. Shout out to Zazie Beetz. With the, her mixed German earthy attraction, Donald Glover has gotten money from Amazon, and he has broken off black females. But black men don't never get credit for when DDG, that's a hookup. DDG met Kaya 2 months ago. Yeah, and I get it, but there's a reason, because the thing about it is these motherfuckers will lie, and quite frankly, black people want to believe the lies. And another thing too is people have this thing like, yes, individually you may get to a point where it don't affect you, but as a group dynamics, our group reputation, that stuff matters, and you have to take control of your own story. You do. Our job is to get black men on the same page. It is not to change black women. And yes, a lot of black men have this delusion that they think that if you just talk to her right, that she's going to eventually find religion. Grinch is right. You all are stupid. And you all are going to, 2 days after you're dead, you'll still believe that dumb shit. And some of y'all are hopeless, and that just is what it is. But eventually a lot of these dudes come to the truth, because these chicks are basically crashing out harder and harder and harder. And you have to give context. Like, for example, When Corey Holcomb put out Cheyenne Bryant, he laid the seed so other women can pick it up once Cheyenne Bryant started slipping. Corey was one of the first ones to allude to the fact that Cheyenne Bryant liked to lick bitches' pussy. He was the first one to put her out there with that. But nobody paid attention to that part. Because he's kind of, nobody did. But people doubled back. Even other black women. Reva TV doubled back and said, yeah. And now let me say a couple of things. And shout out to my video. Check out my video on Cheyenne if you haven't seen it. Appreciate y'all that have supported it. Like I said, all dollars matter. So, even throwing a dollar plate for these uploads is great. What's up, Marty? And I've talked about it before, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Marty's got like a 20% discount code that's gonna be available for like a month. Make sure y'all check out Marty's video. He's got like two hour like edited videos, really good stuff. I've seen a few minutes of it, and it's great. It's like a damn near documentary. For real. And like I said, I'm sure Marty's gonna have some footage with some of your favorite creators who will not be named, because that's a surprise for him to put out there. Y'all will be surprised. And no, it's not Skylar, and there ain't nothing wrong with Skylar, but y'all know he's down in Brazil. This is somebody y'all don't know. But with that being said, y'all know, but y'all don't know it's down there. With that being said, so I'm gonna be sharing that. I'll make sure y'all see it. Also, shout out, make sure y'all hit up my my posts. I'm gonna be posting a lot more AI stuff. I'm sure y'all have given good feedback about some of the AI stuff y'all have seen. What do y'all think about some of that be incorporating the AI in some of these videos? Some of the video AIs I did. But yeah. And so, with Cheyenne, yeah, any of you niggas, oh, she fine as hell. Nigga, Cheyenne is... The problem is, y'all gotta stop. No, she's not. Let me just say that straight up. Cheyenne Bryant is not quote unquote fine. Y'all idea of fine is like if you get wine out of a fucking grocery store, and there's nothing wrong with wine out of the grocery store, wine out of the box, but with old money doesn't drink wine out of the box. And y'all niggas be dealing with out of the box pussy. I get it. Y'all got a fantasy about Miss Parker, and she tries to look like that. But Cheyenne, number one, Cheyenne's eyes look like a goddamn ghoul without makeup. Like, straight up. She actually kind of looks old. She doesn't look young to be 40. Cheyenne is overweight, even though she's never had children. But because in the black community, that grown woman weight, that thick shit, even though her titties really ain't that big, her titties ain't that big, her ass ain't really that big for her to be having that kind of weight on her. So it's probably a lot of cellulite going on with that. Y'all niggas, because y'all are so desperate, y'all niggas be giving bitches attention. This is why for real though. And that shit needs to stop. The first thing niggas want to say, even, oh, she ain't all, it don't matter what the fuck she looks like. This is the internet. You ain't about to fuck her. So y'all be straight up, on some, and yeah, I get it. See, yeah, she's straight for the stroke. If you on that, fine. But trying to hold her up as like a model for how black women need to look, especially at 41, 42, hell to the motherfucking no. She look like a bitch that can't recognize, bitch, you not 20 no more. To be honest with you, Cheyenne look kind of too old to be 28, 29. The way she dressed. She literally is a walking thirst trap for young niggas that all they got for a bitch is dick. And that's fine. But she'll be the very one talking about what black men ain't doing. She looked like a type of bitch you wouldn't marry, and all you would do is give her a baby and maybe some what do you call it? Some munitions, in order to take care of that motherfucker. She don't look like a bitch you commit to. She's a fake ass 92. She's pretty much an 88 pretending to be a 92. Like, that really stuck out to me when she told Cam Newton, when black women say you not God, that's them admitting they have no leverage over you, but they still gonna bitch. That's really, like, that really stood out when you're not God. You're not God. And I wish Cam would have just said it. Bitch, I am to you. I wish he would have said, I'm not God with a capital G. I'm not God with a capital G. Oh, but I'm God. I'm not top G God, but I am God with a lowercase g. I'm the closest to it you about to get to in this life. I wish he would have told her that just to see what the fuck she would have did. And the thing about it is, she speaks from this, like, morality. And it's like, yo, you out here licking pussy. Could you imagine if Cam would have said, ain't the bitch's pussy that you licking is the reason why you here now? Ain't my, my friend, my business friend, your friend? Or did I just misread that shit? Cam, they think you the villain. Just go ahead and embrace that shit. Nigga, you already wear the hat. Just be the Riddler, nigga. Just be the Riddler. Or what's the other dude? The other dude that we mind controlling people. Put him in the chat. The Batman rogue villain. You know what I'm talking about. The Mad Hatter. Just be that shit. Fuck with that bitch. Because once she started fucking with you, you should have, how I can't, like, I'm masculine, so I can sit with my legs crossed like that, because I'm him anyway. He should have just went just like, oh, okay. That's how we playing it? Okay. All right, well, let the games begin, ho. Let the games begin. I ain't Nick. I was that dude even before I had money. Mad Hatter. He should have just said, all right, adjusted his hat. Say, bitch, we about to play Dr. Seuss on your ass. You think you about to psychoanalyze me? You done ran from every dick that decided to commit to your ass because you can't leave bitches alone. But you got the nerve to talk to me like I'm wrong. I'm at least doing what I'm doing, what I was put on here for. The fuck you doing? For real. And word on the street is he was mad as fuck. According to Tasha K, again, check out my video for what she said. He was mad as fuck after that shit. And I'm like, nigga, no, put that bitch out there. Because you need to let these chicks know sometimes. I'm not saying you should hit every chick, but you need to let these chicks know. Sometimes you gotta remind these bitches who you are. Let them hornets get mad. Let them murder hornets get mad. The country is officially murder hornet free. Let them murder hornets get mad. Let them do they buzzing. Because eventually they gonna fucking stop. Because in the end, I'm still him, and bitch, you still who you are. Cam, you might as well embrace the villainy. Be an anti-hero, Cam. You ain't gotta be a villain. Be the anti, be like Venom. I don't hate you, but I'm still gonna eat you though, because that's who I am. And black men gotta embrace that. Black men gotta embrace that. Cause these women do. Oh, you arrogant. I'm not arrogant. You're just where you are. You're here and I'm here. That's it. You just think you can do what you want. I don't think I can do what I want. I think I give more than I get. But I'm gonna get mine. If you don't like it, doors are always open. For real though. And black men gotta embrace that. Now you gotta be in a position to do that. When I say position, I'm not talking about you gotta be super duper rich, but I mean you gotta be in control of your own personal world, your own personal situation, quality of life, health, money, time, freedom, relationships. What is your report card on these things? Grinch was kind of low-key talking about that too, even though he didn't frame it the way I did. And a lot of y'all don't want to do what y'all need to do because y'all have mentally tethered yourselves. Think of Kanan on the Rep Star Wars show when he was messing with the Grand Inquisitor, and in the end, you know, he was able to overcome the Grand Inquisitor, and because the Grand Inquisitor didn't want to talk to that black woman, I mean Darth Vader, what did he do like a lot of you niggas do? Rather than go to that woman that you failed, y'all rather just go into a pit of fire. Some things are worse than death. And then Kaden looked at his ass like, damn, nigga, I wasn't gonna kill you. I was just gonna touch your ass up a little bit. Kaden is still trying to figure that shit out. Fuck, he just jumped. They ain't nobody see you. You ain't even a fucking martyr. Like, the fuck you do? Kaden was scratching his head. I remember that scene. He was scratching his head over that. And he was like, oh shit, Ezra. Ezra fell. Shit, Ezra. So yeah, man. So you know, the reason we put her out there is because, you know, sometimes you gotta trace this shit from beginning to end and put it on the record. So you got and we are moving. We are making progress. A lot of the stuff that's considered, it used to be considered untalkaboutable, is like normal knowledge. But yeah, some of y'all y'all need to move on and y'all need to take audits. But you know. But yeah, man, there's a reason this stuff gets put out there. It's just a lot of y'all niggas, y'all be singing ballads. Like y'all be trying to, I don't know if y'all got the 90s in y'all still. Y'all think, you know, baby, I will never love, like some stupid shit, some Jodeci shit. Cities. I ain't listened to that shit in a long, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I haven't listened to classical R&B music in like probably like a couple of years. I haven't. Number one, I can't listen to some of that shit because my mom used to listen to it. But even before she passed away, I stopped listening to that. That shit is not healthy. And it's not bad music, but the problem is how you've been socialized and anchored with the music. Nah. And if you actually understand what's in that music, nah. Notice how they ain't got a lot of female versions of that shit. Notice how the female R&B, it's some, but notice how the female, it ain't like how it is with the men. Now we get it, economics, the women buying the music, we get all that, but yeah, man. Yeah. That should tell you how far I go back with it, the fact I chose that. I ain't talking about the new shit. You know, the I'm talking about the old shit. You know that shit, nah, man. Or that real, when it really got bad, Or you got what? You know, the later shit. You know, who them two twins? Did one of them like was beating on his girl? You know, I should come up with a purple pill playlist, a blue pill playlist, a purple pill playlist, and a red pill playlist. Shit. Red pill playlist be Return of the Mac. Red pill playlist be like Jadina, The King, Return of the King. Blue pill playlist be like what's his name? You know, I don't wanna know if you plan to be, keep it on the low. What else? The red pill playlist would be like, what's the chick that was lying? The dude, I can tell you lying because you know it's like stutter. I can tell you lying because you know you're crying. That used to be my shit. I know you're lying because you're crying. I said, yeah, bitch, I got your bitch. Day last night because it took me out, back into your leg. Because that nigga was over it. He wasn't even mad. He was like, bitch, whatever, man. Stutter. No, we can't put Mystical on there, man. Joe got some purple pill and blue pill music though too. So you gotta watch Joe. Cause remember the first song Joe, you know when Joe had, you know, the Taking Your Lady, yeah, I do better. I think you know the song I'm talking about. We been all night long. I'll go downtown. Oh, yo begging, yo fucking side nigga begging ass. You know, bitch playing that, you know, thinking, yeah, it's a good song. Nah, bitch, you want to live that fantasy. But with Mystical, you gotta leave Mystical. Gotta be Mystical. Okay, he's gotta be disqualified because see, y'all listen to it, nigga. That's hate a bitch. See? No, so I get it, but Mystical, you gotta. Mystical, we can't qualify him. We gotta have an honorary disqualified. Shit. Obviously, you got what you call it, chicken head, bow house. I mean, you have some Chris Brown. Chris Brown is what R&B should be. Because Chris Brown, he's got the right balance of his songs. He got songs to be, you know, kissing their ass, you know, or air, but he also got the other songs too. Yeah, project. I mean, yeah, you have a whole, like, we have a rank. Purple pill, red pill. Yes. But for real. And be like, nigga, do not listen. This is forbidden shit. Cause this shit will turn you into a sin. This shit is hammering shit. Don't listen to pedestal ass music. It was a rapper, a current rapper. He was like, why don't y'all do R&B no more? Make it love, he said, because you bitches are hoes now. You bitches are hoes now. You know who else fucking differences too? My whole life has changed since you came in. I didn't make it. Yeah, Genuine is another one you gotta watch. You know, that fucking light skin music. Yeah. Who else? I mean, it's endless amount of songs. You could do a whole TikTok or YouTube channel on that bullshit, to be honest with you, and never run out of content. Because truth be told, it wasn't always like that. Like in the 70s, 60s, it wasn't like that. The 80s is like 85, it started getting like that. It really went downhill like 87, 88. Now, obviously, I was just born at that point, 86. But if you go back, it was like that. Ain't no way I'm dreaming. That doesn't, like when you know, I mean, it's you dark skinned niggas. When light skinned niggas kind of receded a little bit, you dark skinned niggas was like, I'm gonna beg these hoes to stay. Y'all, that's that. Y'all was having some celebration there. I'm like, the fuck? And y'all just ran with that shit. It's a couple, I mean, you got Kenny Lattimore. I mean, I ain't gonna say it wasn't no like this, but y'all know what I'm talking. Mario is like the worst one. Mario. And notice how I can sing these songs, because this stuff imprinted. Like this, when you're in middle school and shit, like this shit will imprint into your subconscious, yo, and you start moving. I mean, when you really read the shit, read that shit. And if you think that I'm being fucked up and you think, oh, you just mad, great, cool. I got a test for your ass. Print that shit out or email that shit. You know what I'm talking about. Put that shit on a PDF. Put that shit on your or your nephews or your anybody in your family, like cousins, kids, whatever. It's like 18, 22, like 17, 16, and fucking have them read that shit out loud and tell them what you think. And they'll, remember, Chris Brown's 35 now. Just to give you an example. Have them read that shit out there and look at their face. And that will tell you everything you need to know. If you think that I'm just mad because I'm bitter, just give it to them and let me know what happens. Hell, the bitches will probably look stupid. The bitches will probably be like, this sound like a lame ass nigga. Who wrote this shit? That ain't no NBA young boy. Anyway, shout out to Johnny Vegas with $20. Bobby Brown is my biggest though. I don't give a fuck. I mean, Bobby Brown didn't have begging music though. The worst song he had 2, 3. He had Every Little Step I Take. You know, every little step I take. Yeah. But even then, he was addressing the fact that his family, in that song, Bobby is addressing the fact that her family don't like him. And everybody think that he shouldn't be with her, like she should be with somebody else. And I'm gonna keep it real. I personally think that they thought Whitney should be with a light-skinned nigga or a white nigga. They really believed in that. What's that kind of host movie that she did? Pretty whatever, I don't know, where it was her. They bought into that. So yeah, that Bobby Brown was getting hated on because he was dark skinned. Let's call that what that was. That's why them women, let's call that what that was. Bobby Brown is him, but they were hating on him because of that. I got a lot of family members, like a lot of my uncles look like Bobby, look like they got that kind of look, Bobby Brown look. That's a good song. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He got a couple, but for the most part, Bobby Brown wasn't that bad. I would put Bobby Brown in the same category as Chris Brown. Because, yeah, they're going to have some blue pill songs. They have to. That's the nature of the business. But they don't have, like, for every 3 or 4 blue pill songs, you need to have at least one red pill. One red pill song. I think that's a good balance. Some of these people may have 1 or 2, if ever, in their whole career. If ever. Shout out to JD Aesthetic with the $10. So yeah. So I mean, that music is not good. And you'll have like little 4, 5, 6-year-old boys listening to that shit. And then that shit will imprint. And trust me, I remember when I was listening to it when I was young. Got niggas singing Ladies Night and shit. Oh yes, it's ladies night. I mean, for real, man. And you people don't know how that, and the women know how that influences, because the women, this is why the women always want to put whole music on these kids early. They know. And so I say all that because people think I just be going everywhere just to be, no, I say that for a reason. That's why you got to keep on like deprogramming these motherfuckers and letting these people know this is what this bitch really looks like. Y'all are looking at an image, a mirror image, like a mirror. You're looking at a mirror that's not real. And y'all are making fucking life decisions off of that shit. She a single mom, she ain't that bad, even though she got 2 kids and 2 different niggas. And that's a lot of that. That music is a big part of that. Of what fucked y'all up. And people are like, man, yeah. Drew Hill was all right. I mean, for real, some of y'all, and I'm 38, so a lot of the songs I'm saying, like Jodeci, that's kind of before my time. Me, maybe Casey and JoJo, but like that was before my time. But you know, your parents listened to it, so you were exposed to that. And I'm talking about prolonged exposure to SIP music, and you get emotionally encoded with that shit. And then you have a Carl Thomas hat, oh, you know, niggas in the rain and shit. Niggas crying in a window of a bitch. In the rain. Doing fucking dances. Well, some of y'all are older than me. I know it smacks. That's why it's a problem. It wouldn't be a problem if you didn't like the fucking music. Sugar smacks. But it can also cause diabetes. Pizza smacks. You know what doesn't smack? Vegetables. You know what doesn't smack? Boneless chicken that ain't got no seasoning on that shit. A lot of shit smacks. I get it. That's the problem. Anyway. For real, niggas being and then women be eating that shit up. That's what Ray J used to always go to. If I had one wish, we would be best friends again. If I had one wish, all I'm like, nigga, shut up. Then he had this, I hit it first. We can't even talk about R. Kelly because R. Kelly kind of the same situation, mystical. But who God knows who R. Kelly was really singing about. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was done with R. Kelly years ago. Because I used to always say, you know what, I'm gonna allow myself to listen to you know, I Believe I Can Fly, right? I said I'm gonna make that exception. I haven't listened to I Believe I Can Fly in probably 6-7 years, maybe even longer. I don't think I've listened to I Believe I Can Fly in my 30s. And I'm gonna tell you, there was a song that came out where R. Kelly, I was listening to radio one day and R. Kelly came up and like, and that's the beat. And R. Kelly's like, ooh, you got a body, yaddy yaddy. Ooh, you got a little body, yaddy yaddy. Ooh, I like your little body, yaddy yaddy. I just wanna take you home. And then the thing about she get it from her mom. I was like, oh no, I can't. No, that's it. Because that was right around like the second time they were really trying to gun for R. Kelly, but that was the second time they kind of missed in too. I was like, nah, man. You know, the white man didn't get him, so they said they're gonna let the white woman have a turn and her like Karen outrage. But they ended up, R. Kelly dodged that bullet too. They said, we're gonna get you. I was like, no. Shout out to JD Aesthetic once again. Oh, and I said it just like that. Oh, no. I can't. Nope. That's it. That is it. I think I listened to I Believe I Can Fly one more time, and then I was like, that's it. That's it. I'm just going to have to listen to that in my memory. Can't do it. Because, you know, R. Kelly, Chicago, I mean, yeah. Can't do it. Can't do it. I even like when R. Kelly and Jay-Z did the thing, you know, the best of both worlds. Can't do it. With Jay-Z, best of both worlds. You know, even though that shit crashed out. Jay-Z, Mason, R. Kelly and shit. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it. And it don't matter if nobody knew, don't matter. Couldn't do it. Because I'm like, well, if you that bold with it, nah. Nah. And a lot of women don't care. They're like, I'm gonna R. Kelly, I don't care. Yeah, or Fiesta, that was a good one. I had a white girlfriend at that time, and she loved that song, and I liked it. I didn't love it what she did. For real. No, they don't. And I mean, part of it is like, can you really hold Nicki accountable? You can hold Nicki accountable who she married. When you look at who she married and what her brother is, I'm like, yeah, you right. You not African American. You gonna hold that. You gonna hold that by yourself. That I'm not going out for that. But anyway. Yeah, man. So that, you know, that's part of why we do what we do. And it's not no people gotta do it. Everybody has their own lane. And so, like I said it before, everybody don't gotta claim red pill like that. It don't gotta be I know that's not what he's saying, but the thing about it is, yeah, this information is supposed to progress somewhere. And a lot of people are doing the kind of news of the day for the bag. And that is part of it. That is part of it. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of especially the real ones, been doing it for free for a long time. So at this point, what you know, is, you know, can even say views all, but people just pushing the information. Not really. At this point, like the overall objective, whether people know it or not, is to get men on the same page and men understand that this is what the current environment is. This is what these bitches are on. I know y'all keep wanting to believe that they're not on this shit, but this is what they're on. Even the ones that supposedly act like they your friend ain't really your friend. They're just the ones smart enough to try to make an investment. Ignition was good. Yeah, that was a good beat. But yeah, it was good. I mean, for real. But I mean, for real though. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. I don't care what none of these motherfuckers say. The music we had, millennials, I know everybody tried to say this, but millennials was the last, like, as far as I'm concerned, like, really, music really fell the fuck off after 2012, 2013. Like, really, when Drake started to come in the game, and I'm not blaming Drake at all, but like when Drake started to come in the game, that's when music really fell off. Probably like 2015 is where everything was just, that's it. Because you still had like Rick Ross and stuff like that in that 2012 to 15, 16. Once like Lil Wayne's run kind of ended, and then Drake had like 2 albums. That was it. That was it. It was over. I mean, you may say that, and you may be older than me, but But 2005 was still kind of doing on the residuals of the 90s. And honestly, man, you know, 2000s had, you know, not Outlaw, who Outkast, you know, it had a variety, but a lot of this lean music, this lean, you know, I'm retarded, and the fact that people listen to this shit, because they actually sit here and listen to this fucking brainwide music, and there are some good songs. I ain't saying every last thing is bad, but the majority of it's garbage. Like, I want to see them do, they are not gonna have a hard time putting together a 2020, like 20, could you imagine if they did like 2020's like greatest hits music, hip hop so far? They may not be able to fill that shit up with 20 songs. Well, I'm 38, so he ain't that much older than me. Yeah, music video, yeah. Music videos, yeah, but that ain't, that to me, I mean, I get that. Yeah, they were still popping. Yeah, that music videos died a lot earlier than, because that was like a golden age, end of a golden age era. So you had that go, then you had really the video vixen kind of thing go. The video vixen thing was kind of over in like really like 2010, 10. You start, Esther Baxter was like one of the last ones, really. Yeah. Where's these fucking documentaries? You got some channels that they do a really good job putting this stuff together. But yeah, but really 2015, that's when everything kind of really fell off. And if you notice, a lot of rappers, they just don't have the longevity anymore. They just come and go, come and go, come and go. She was overrated. And I'm gonna keep it real. Buffy the Body. I mean, y'all niggas really be on that strip club bullshit. Y'all, like, these niggas you be having reverence for strippers. Name me another perfect example. Outside of maybe, and even I wouldn't even put this on the Latin community. You can't show me no other race that got reverence for sex workers like in the black community. No other race has that kind of reverence. Now I don't want to hear that Sophie bitch getting 43 million. She ain't being revered. They may pay these motherfuckers a little bit, and they really don't. Because quiet as it's kept, a lot of these chicks, the white chicks, off themselves that have been in this work. Niggas, I mean, just the fucking slave worship. And I'm not saying to not be, you know, obviously masculine and testosterone. I'm not saying not to do that. But what I'm saying is, you all need, niggas would rather be imprinted by good pussy than imprint a bitch. Because they're comfortable in that position. My name's OJ, the Juice Man. Even now, niggas like, ooh, it's M4. It's M4. Melissa Ford, M4. I'm like, don't give this bitch a nickname. Niggas want to fuck these bitches in their 40s because y'all would have never had a chance in their 30s, let alone 20s. Weak ass niggas. Niggas talk about Cheyenne Bryant been around. She was on Zoe Williams' show at like 31 years old in 2014. She wasn't all that then. She strike me as a bitch that thinks she look cute. I mean, she was attractive, but she strike me as a bitch that thinks she think she a dime. Cheyenne thinks she a dime in like Miami or California. No, you not. Like, she want to be treated, and the thing about Cheyenne too is she's a good example of how you can get fucked up fucking with females all the time. bitch trying to speak on hetero relationships, but she basically gay. Dick is optional to her. And it ultimately ain't really what she wants. Yeah. Zoe was a good counterbalance to Corey, because Corey, you know, we know Corey could go in, so you needed that counterbalance. But we already know what Zoe wasn't really so much. Zoe is not a simp. What Zoe is a select dude, and how he interacts with women is different because of that. That's the thing with Zoe. Remember, Zoe was like one of them A&R dudes, and so that Zoe one of them light-skinned niggas with pretty eye. He got that with 6 foot, because you know his son played basketball, right? So Zoe didn't have to. A lot of stuff was just already said. So no, I fuck with Zoe. I'm not even saying you didn't say that, but I just want to make that clear. That's not the same as simping. But nah, you know what Zoe show? That voice of reason shit he used to do. That voice of reason shit he used to do with that mixed bitch that played basketball and them other chicks. Yeah, that show I didn't like, because you had a lot of these chicks that, especially a lot of these Instagram chicks, by the way, like Sherelle, Daphne Springs, a lot of them chicks, all them chicks, they on that California liberal, Hollywood liberalism. So if you ask, I remember when dude from the damn, what's his name? From the African talk show, you know what I'm talking about. I forget. He interviewed her, and she was on some other shit. It's like, yo, it's like you in another fucking dimension. Like, is that really what it's like being in California? Like, do they really got y'all screwed loose like that? Damn. Yeah, stop looking for your manhood in a black woman's womb. Yeah, they absolutely do. And niggas, and when you tell a nigga that, the first thing that they think about is, oh, this nigga's trying to gateway me in the fashion street. I mean, I remember, man, that's the first thing. Yeah, man, y'all talk about me. I'm like, yeah, cause that's how gay niggas act. They do all this sneaky bullshit. That's how they act, right? Come on, man. Quiet as it's kept, a lot of these chicks be dealing with these dudes. And they be, yeah, man, y'all just want to be. I'm like, number one, dudes are not gonna act that way, because if that's how you operate, you might get murked. It ain't the same way as how women do that. Let's just hate women, hate men, and then they gonna try it. Cause Cheyenne is a perfect example of that. Nigga, she fine as hell, man. I'm like, nigga, that when some of y'all chick dudes, when y'all say somebody fine as hell, it's like y'all looking. It's like y'all motherfuckers that y'all want a MacBook so bad, but y'all gotta get it from the pawn shop. Y'all gotta get it. Y'all can't just get that shit new. You gotta get it from a plug, a pawn shop, a swap meet. You know, you gotta dumpster dive for that bitch. You gotta try to win an award. You gotta do something other than what the normal shit is to get a fucking iMac or MacBook. But y'all want one so bad. Then y'all get an old ass MacBook, and then y'all upset the software can't go up to date. So you can't use all the bells and whistles like you want, because that bitch can't go up to date. Which, by the way, a MacBook gotta be like 7-8 years for that to be the problem. For that to be the problem. And y'all be on, oh no. I have seen her arms. Cheyenne is overweight, and even her face. I've seen Cheyenne without makeup. She has a good foundational like skeletal, like skull and facial structure to put makeup on. But she looked every bit of like, Cheyenne actually looks a little older for her age. You see Cheyenne look every bit of like 41, 42. She looked like 41 and white woman. You know, I ain't that bad, but ain't nobody gonna be with her long term once you see what she really looked like. That's another thing too. Like she was trying to, you know, Cam asked her about 50 Cent. She didn't have a lot to say about 50 Cent because she might want to get with 50 Cent. 50 Cent already dealt with a 39, 40-year-old. Her name was Vivica Fox. You ain't that. You ain't nowhere close to what Vivica was even at 39. Cheyenne ain't what Vivica was at 50. 49, 48. Real talk. So, I mean, you think 50 Cent is about to get with you? You think he gonna go from Cuban banks to you? You really believe that? $50 will fuck Cheyenne Bryant just to troll her for the rest of her life. Cuban Link, whatever fuck your name is. She fled. She fled. She fled. She became a runner, the track star. No, that bitch fled. She fled marriage for Vag. Vag coin. And she think that shit is cute. And I'm like, that shit ain't cute when you supposed to be a fucking leader in relationship talk. That shit ain't cute. That's why April be trying to put up a story. I think April I don't think April be liking women. I'll say that. But I think, like, yeah, these chicks, like, that shit don't look good. Because it's like y'all can't let shit go. Yeah, and what it is Cheyenne think that's cool. Because Cheyenne, like, I got my grown woman weight on, girl. I got my grown woman weight. That's that shit. And see, that shit look good in clothes, but when you take clothes, if you take clothes off and you see that shit just hang like that, see, this is what Kevin Samuels was talking about looking good naked. That's how them bitches got hella triggered. That's when the rest in hell fucking meme started to happen. That's what Kevin saying was RIH. That's when you started to see that, because them bitches are like, yeah, I hate that nigga. That's when motherfuckers started making fucking curse dolls. Motherfuckers getting American Horror Story on his ass. Motherfuckers are searching how to make voodoo dolls. For real. And niggas be like, no, man, you tripping. No, I'm not tripping. If you actually look at her clothes is very tight on her. And they'll try to make it sound like it looks like she's kind of bursting out of her clothes. Not like, it's subtle. It's subtle. But niggas that like bitches like that because you niggas are broke, and that's why y'all like shit like that. You like, y'all be like, no, man, she thick. No, and she wears that shit, or she does that on purpose, because that gives off that MILF black auntie bullshit. For real though. That's what it is. Yeah, cursed dolls with suit and glasses. Brooklyn Blue probably hustle some chicks. I'll make you a Kevin Samuels curse doll for $200. And my thing is, she's the type of chick, a nigga gotta have a certain amount of money. Niggas that make six figures that are professionals, see, and this is how, like, it's cap, because she'll talk about, oh, I don't want a nigga like Nick. I don't want a nigga like Cam. But who else are you gonna get with other than entertainment niggas? Portia low-key fucked it up for African American women, because y'all keep fucking them Africans over. Y'all not the only black chicks to deal with. A lot of them motherfuckers are women when y'all be fucking these dudes over like that. That shit ain't no victimless crime. Portia Williams, Pink Book covered this. Portia Williams is literally living in a $10 million house in Sandy Springs, by the way, Glenn and Cameron. $10 million house she ain't paying for. Yeah, Prayer Bear. Exactly. You really do. That's why it's like, you know, this shit ain't. People think it is, but it ain't. Even because the purple pill people, they be diluting our shit because, again, they just pretty much all the purple pill channels are very bag heavy. They want a bag. There is no purple pill channels, in my opinion, that exists without the prime directive is to get a bag. Yeah, well, technically, the court said she could stay in there, which is crazy to me. But he was able to kind of get it blocked that she can't film her reality show in that house. But that's his dumbass fault. You know how you met her. I mean, I'm for real. If you got the money, clearly he got the money. I think he paying like $22,000 a month. You got the money. I mean, y'all dudes be really out here thinking, you know, oh, it's just these men don't know how to treat a woman. All right, cool, take the bitch. And if she acts better with you over time, I'll tip my hat to you. You a better man than me. I ain't got no problem. I guess that Akata game don't work. Yeah. Because people want a talk show. They don't really want a solution. They want to be entertained like they're doing it. And a lot of dudes are like that. Let's keep it all the way real. Like when you look at a chick like Reva TV or Danica Marie, if a bitch don't say it, it ain't valid. And there's a whole host of like channels that are like 25, 30,000. There's a whole lot of, it's quite a few female channels like that. If a woman ain't saying it, it ain't valid. And that's how a lot of dudes think. If a dude saying it, he must not be getting pussy. SWP threw a guy by the name of Soul and Black. Soul and Black. But going back to that Kaya chick, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, man, she'll be all right. She'll be all right because her Instagram ain't messed with. Her YouTube channel is probably gonna blow because cooking on YouTube is big, but she's doing it through the shorts thing. Her YouTube channel is gonna blow because she's getting like real exposure. And I wouldn't be surprised if she don't get on Casanats. I'm sure Keith Lee will probably roll through it. Eventually. Eventually. So she'll be all right. But like I said, that's what I'm talking about. They bullying that girl. And I want to see who gonna check them bitches. I'm paying I'm curious. All these purple pill niggas, like that nigga I be sharing, that light skinned nigga with the braids. I'm married. All right, let's see what the fuck he got to say. What that dude named Jonathan, that dark skinned dude I be sharing once in a while with the beard. I want to see what the fuck he gonna say. Let's see what you niggas gonna say. You can't show me this with red pill, pink pill, the same as red pill, the same as pink pill. You can't show me this with niggas that just bullying bitches or bullying dudes. This is straight up bullying. Chick said, I don't want to eat the food because you learn how to make it from her. I ought to threw that food right in her fucking face. Straight like that. Like, she got this thing that she says, 1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. And 3, 4, better lock your door. Basically saying, you know, if you don't cook for your man, I will. Which is some funny shit. These bitches took that shit to heart. This bitch is Freddy Krueger to these shows. Now remember, these are the chicks that got a man. These are the chicks that are in a relationship. These are chicks that got a man that are mad. I like that bitch. This bitch is Freddy Krueger. They said you may want to drop your bitch and get a bitch like my followers, man. We cooked. Could you imagine if she would have been on Kevin Samuel's show? Could you imagine if she would have did an interview with Kevin Samuel? Oh man. I may do an AI with that. Freddy Krueger. I may do an AI with that. I actually got something in mind. I should make her Freddy Krueger with some blood, with kind of like, you know, blood. Yeah, I think that'll work. I actually got a couple of AI renditions I could do. Yo, they should do that. She should do that. She should do that. She should do cleaning with Yo, real talk. There's a bag in that. She should do some affiliate. She should be some sponsor, some affiliate products. Cleaning with Kaya, nigga. You think niggas wouldn't watch a live stream of her cleaning the bathroom and twerking? She should do a separate TikTok channel just of her doing dishes and twerking and cleaning. Yeah, with a maid outfit on. And brand that shit. I'm dead ass. You man, yo, real talk. There's network marketing companies that sell cleaning products. Yo, she would get a bag. I mean, she don't really need it because once you get you get enough views, then it's like whatever. Everything kind of like is extra work. But no, I didn't come up with it. Who was that came up with it? I give him credit. Who was that said that? Kaya Kruger. Yo, I'm about to do that, yo. I'm about to do that. I know how to do it because the thing about it is I got a Venom model I've worked on. So I know how to kind of move it to where it's like ultra venom, not venom. And I'm telling you, I can put it together. I actually got the right outfit. I'm telling you, yeah, Encrypted Wolf. Shout out to Encrypted Wolf. He said cleaning with Kaya. For real. Because it's got a ring to it. That's kind of what helps too. Cooking with Kaya. Cleaning with it's got a ring to it. So from a marketer standpoint, and I'm serious, if she used AI, she could put that stuff together. She should play off of that. Do some horror stuff. Do the Shining. Fuck it, I'ma do it. Brandon Jamal should do a song they hating on a girl because she ain't a single mom. Rather than give you an apology, I'd rather save you. You're saved. Congratulations. B. Taylor had a video talking about, you know, black men that tricked them into going after this chick. So somehow, that's how you know that bitch is grifting. So somehow you blaming black men for black women hating on another woman. So I guess it was black men's fault you ran into Princella's arms, right? And the thing that's crazy about this chick is a standard edition, typical African-American female today. Look at like those photos that she did of the photo shoot she did with you know her getting $1 million. She is a typical African-American chick. She is not some, she's not light-skinned, she's not biracial, she's not from another country. She's got the Keisha starter kit. She twerking like a Keisha. That's the beautiful part about it. There is nothing. She got a black nose, black lips. You can't act, I mean, she, you know, ain't like her titties are like pow or her ass is cut out. She got a little bit of something here and there, yeah, and she ain't. And then she talking about, I used to weigh 105 pounds, now I weigh 125 and I'm grown. Like, she is a standard, she is, without, I don't know. So you can't say she's like an other. Like we went and got a light-skinned chick, or a Nigerian chick, or a super skinny chick, or an uppity chick. She don't come from an uppity background. I ain't even whether she cool or not. My point is they are hating on their own. She was not made by the Manosphere. She was not made by Red Pill. She was not modified by Red Pill Customs or Manosphere Customs. So all you can be is mad. That's the beautiful part about it. If you look at her, you like, this is a typical black girl. Tats and all. What's the issue? So what's up? And then you look at the videos. Okay, where's the video? You like, that's it? That's what y'all are literally jumping out the window about. And she ain't even the first chick to cook. Deshaun Watson's girlfriend cooks Jilly. Janice or Jay Nice, Janice, she cooked. Exactly, Archer. But Cardi B was caught sweeping. Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. I mean, Jay Nice, her whole thing is cooking. Other than the other stuff that she do, she actually has like seasonings and shit. And she kind of popped off. Well, she popped off when she had that video with Megan Thee Stallion, where Megan Thee Stallion was like trying to hit it from the back. And these chicks don't lose their mind. So I'm like, what is it with this chick that's got them like crazy? It ain't. Yeah, but they didn't go after Steph Curry's wife like that. And Steph Curry's wife did provoke it in some ways. Jay Nice ain't that. Jay Nice, I think, is still in her 20s. And Jilly's like 25, 26. So but I get what you're saying. She's 23, but I mean, 23 ain't that young. 23 is a year out of college. People keep acting like, and even still, it's TikTok. It's crazy because this is one of the reasons why I keep saying when niggas try to say the red pill and pink pill is the same, that's bullshit. Yeah, she seems to know about presentation. That's bullshit. And these niggas acting like that is bullshit. Yeah, but Archer, no, I hear what you're saying. You're just saying what they're saying, not necessarily presenting it like, but I mean, If he don't cook for your man, he's gonna come and hang out with me. And that's what you jumping out the window for? To the point that y'all saying she's eliciting violence? That's how you know what you're dealing with. That's how you know you're not dealing with adults. I want somebody to put that in a video and say that shit out loud. That's why they mad. She gonna take my man. She gonna cook for him and take my man. Bitch, I thought you was that bitch. Remember the Beyonce song? To the left, to the left? What happened to that? What happened to you being a bad bitch? You sound like a sad bitch. Kaya got the Keisha stones. Kaya got the cooking stone. The cooking stone. The cooking stone. The twerking stone. The skinny stone. These bitches are trying to... The fucking femcell Avengers. The femcell Avengers. They trying to... Kaya is Thanos. And this is it. This is fucking Infinity War. Kaya is Thanos. And she said she gonna snap half you bitches that can't cook. You're gonna kill Chewie. You can't do this. I won't let you. The no kids stone. The childless stone. Once I get you bitches in the kitchen, then what will you do? I will retire to a grateful universe where all the men will know my name as the bitch that put they bitch in the kitchen. The accountability stone. The accountability stone is like the soul stone. That's the hardest one to get. Kaya is basically 9 tails. You saw what 9 tails did to the village? That's crazy, yo. I might finally work on that and do the stones again. I might finally work on that and put them stones together. What was that show with DMX? What about them stones? Well, remember it had Jet Li in there and Aaliyah DMX. If you first don't succeed, give it up and try again. What about them stones? Yeah, Cradle to the Grave. But they don't do movies like that no more. If you first don't succeed. Oh, Romeo Must Die. But they both had like Asian. Come on, man. They both. No, I think Romeo Must Die didn't have DMX, but there was one with DMX and Jet Li and Aaliyah in there too. All right, y'all. I'm out. Appreciate it. Let me see if somebody gave the cash out. Appreciate James for the $2. Appreciate y'all with the 30. I may be on ABs. We'll see. When that, and make sure y'all check out my videos. Make sure y'all check out Marty's stuff. Make sure you check out my community posts for updates. Make sure y'all check out that Travis Hunter video. See what's going on with that chick. Because there's some really good information in there. Really good. I got actually a lot of AI video edits in there too that I made myself. So check that out as well. And let me know about the AI pictures in my community posts. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off.